On Ukraine, Mr. President, yesterday you were talking about how Vladimir Putin had agreed to a pause during the cold weather. Overnight, those attacks have started up again.
I know. It was Sunday. It was Sunday to Sunday, and it opened up, and he hit him hard last night. No, he agreed. He kept his word on that. It's a lot. 1 week is, we'll take anything because it's really, really cold over there. But it was on Sunday, and he went from Sunday to Sunday.
Are you disappointed he didn't go further?
Yeah, I would like him to. I want him to end the war. I spoke to him. I want him to end the war.
Russia has launched a massive winter bombardment across Ukraine, shattering fragile hopes for a truce as millions face darkness, freezing temperatures, and growing fear. In the night of February 2nd to 3rd, Russian forces unleashed a major, coordinated blitz of drones and missiles against multiple Ukrainian regions. The onslaught reportedly involved roughly 450 attack drones and around 70 missiles, including 32 ballistic missiles fired in rapid waves. President Volodymyr Zelensky said the strikes were clearly aimed at Ukraine's power grid, trying to cut light, heat, and water to civilians in temperatures near -20 degrees Celsius. At least 10 people were reported wounded as missiles and drones slammed into targets across several regions, from urban centers to critical infrastructure sites. Zelensky said, and I quote, "This speaks volumes about Russia's promises. If their word doesn't hold even now, what can be expected next? They're incorrigible in Moscow, trying to take advantage of the cold, because they cannot subdue Ukraine through assaults. Russia's bet on war must receive a response." Unquote. In Kyiv alone, more than 1,100 apartment buildings were left without heating and electricity after the latest wave of strikes. Repair crews had only just restored heat and power to many districts when the overnight bombardment knocked systems out yet again. Ukrainian officials say the strikes have badly set back already desperate efforts to keep homes and hospitals heated through the harsh winter. The barrage also damaged the National Museum's Hall of Fame in Kyiv, a symbolic cultural site honoring Ukraine's defenders. Zelensky accused Moscow of breaking an informal pledge to halt large-scale attacks on energy infrastructure during winter and peace discussions. In a striking coincidence of timing, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte arrived in Kyiv just hours after the overnight attacks. Standing beside Zelensky, Mark Rutte echoed his criticism and cast serious doubt on Moscow's real intentions toward any peace process. The barrage hit just as Russia, Ukraine, and the United States were preparing for another round of peace talks in Abu Dhabi. Donald Trump's proposed energy ceasefire had been pitched as a way to cool attacks on power infrastructure and create space for winter negotiations. The Abu Dhabi talks are formally aimed at ending the four-year-old conflict, yet deep disagreements over territory and security guarantees still remain. Moscow is pressing for formal territorial concessions, while Kyiv insists on a freeze of current front lines without recognizing Russian gains as legitimate. Despite the latest strikes, Ukrainian leaders say they remain ready to sit down and discuss peace terms, arguing that any sustainable peace must start from accountability and security for their people.